Hi guys, this is me Twinkle. I hope you guys are doing great. So now let us discuss the headlines of the day from the Hindu newspaper dated May 12, 2022. There are no significant headlines relevant to General Studies Paper 1. Let us start with the discussion of the headlines relevant to General Studies Paper 2 directly. So I would want you to take a look on page number 1. This is coming from the topic of polity and governance. The headline says that Supreme Court puts colonial sedition law on hold. Understand that what is a sedition law from this. Also know about the provisions of the Indian Penal Code dealing with sedition and what is its crux. Also know the history of sedition law, associated courts judgment about the same, and present case before the Supreme Court. Also, you need to know whether the sedition law is justified in present times or it requires any sort of repealing. Take a look on page number 1 from the topic of polity and governance again. The headline says that Supreme Court slams government claim that only president has pardon power. Now you need to understand that what is the power to pardon and also who exercises this power, and also know about the Article 72 and Article 161 of the Constitution relating to the same. Take a look on page number 6 from the topic of governance. You find this headline that says the bitter dispute over India's pandemic mortality. Now you need to understand that what is the civil registration system, also reasons for conflicting data sets of CRS, that is civil registration system, and certain states pertaining to pandemic here, and why there is a need to strengthen the civil registration system. Also, take a look on page number 6 again from the topic of polity and governance. You find this headline which says frozen sedition. Well, this is popularly in news these days. So once again, you need to understand about the sedition law like we discussed earlier, the related provisions of the IPC, the history associated with it, and also the present cases before the Supreme Court. Now take a look on page number 7 from the topic of polity and governance. This headline says that from Bharat to India. Now, know about the diversity and complexity of India, firstly, the evolution of our nation, the social security for citizens in a democracy. Also, know about the citizenship and, moreover, how it is a common denominator for the complexities of India. Take a look on page number 7 from the topic of international relations. The headline says that the winners and losers of the war. Now, with this, you should have an idea about the Russia Ukraine conflict, the issues involved, and the reasons and background of the same. Now, understand that what has been and what should be India's role. Also, what lessons can India learn from this particular episode? And moreover, what different countries have faced due to this ongoing war. Now, take a look on page number 1. Again, we start with the discussion of headlines relevant to General Studies Paper 3. Now, you see this coming from the topic of environment and disaster management. The headline says that Odisha and Andhra Pradesh on alert over cyclone. So, we're talking about cyclone Asani here. You need to know about the cyclone Asani, its origin, region of influence, and the reasons for the formation of the cyclone, and also the impact of the cyclone. Also understand that what is disaster management and preparation by NDMA and SDMA in the case of cyclones. Take a look on page number 6. This is coming from the topic of health and society. The headline says that still a long way for termination as an unconditional right. Understand that what is the Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. Also understand and know about women's right to decide, abortion related issues from health, ethical and legal perspective of the same. Also, know about the associated judgments of the courts. Take a look on page number 6. This is coming from the topic of health. It says engage, not dismiss. Now, you need to understand the reasons for conflicting data sets with respect to COVID deaths. Also, different methodologies applied, and why there is a need to engage with building a robust framework for data collection. Furthermore, take a look on page number 9 from the topic of environment. You find this headline which says shallow and deep ecologism. Understand that what is ecologism firstly. Know about the different types, the objectives of ecologism, and the political potential of ecologism. Also, how is it important for preventing climate change? Next, take a look on page number 13 from the topic of economy. You find this headline which says economy on the brink of total collapse. Now, with this, you need to know about the political upheaval Sri Lanka is witnessing in the wake of the economic crisis, the current situation, and what should be done to restore normalcy in Sri Lanka. Also, from the topic of economy on page number 14, you find this headline which says inflation is the biggest challenge now. You need to know and understand about the recent impact of rising inflation, steps taken by the Reserve Bank of India to arrest it. Also, what global and local factors contributed to this rising problem. And next, you need to know about stagflation and also analyze that is the situation of the economy nearing stagflation. Well, that's all for today's discussion of the headlines of the day from the Hindu newspaper. This is me, Twinkle, signing off. You guys have a great day ahead. Thank you so much and take care.